The International Coalition of Fellowship, IC0F, is a non-profit organization established in 1932 by church leaders in Africa as a network of Christian learning institutions around the globe, with the vision to reach out through education, humanitarian services, and promoting unity among Christian leaders. Professor Mwape highlights more.
My name is Professor Charles Mwape. I am Deputy General Presiding Bishop for International Coalition of Fellowship, a global network of churches and ministers whose network is across the continent of Africa. I want to share with you how the organization operates. IC0F is a non-profit organization, a non-doctrinal, whose mission is to promote a unity of purpose within the body of Christ and act as a link between the churches in Africa and the churches in Europe, the churches in USA, the churches globally. And we promote ministerial exchange. We can have pastors coming from the United States of America, coming from the United Kingdom and other parts of the world into Africa. We make arrangements for your meetings if you feel the call of God that you need to come and minister in Africa. IC0F is a network to facilitate that together we can take the message to the people of God. And within Africa, each country is represented by a national presiding bishop who is a member of the International Executive Committee of Bishops, commonly referred to as IC0F College of Bishops, a supreme body which manages education program, a network of churches, and programs on behalf of the organization. And the presiding bishops meet twice a year to review program and progress and also approve programs for the year. Our vision is to see that we take the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ through reaching out through education. We believe that education is a key to the believers. We in Africa, we are losing members every day. Each and every day we are losing between 10 to 20,000 believers to other religions, because other religions have a program targeting their members. We have Muslim schools, we have Hindu schools, and we have other religions providing free education to the people who believed in their religion and doctrine. And as a result, Christians are going to those religions not because they believe in those religions, but because they desire to go to school. They desire to be educated. And to respond to this challenge, IC0F came on board to create IC0F colleges, seminary and universities. It is called universities because it believes in partnering with universities in the US, in the UK, in Asia, globally. And these are Christian colleges. That if you are a Christian college and you wish to be part and parcel of this important movement, contact us. We will be glad to work with you and to ensure that you come. We work together during contact session. You help us in terms of career development, changing the approach to the preaching of the gospel of God, so that we respond to social and political issues. We respond to social and physical issues that are affecting Christians in Africa. May God bless you and may God keep you as we look forward to work with you, that together we can raise a standard and ensure that believers are trained, are empowered and are part and parcel of the development agenda in the continent of Africa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and allow me to shed more lights on how the International Coalition of Fellowship operate. Mainly, we have 4 organs which implement decisions of the College of Bishops. The organ number 1 is called IC0F Ministers Association. This is a network of pastors in Africa coming together without looking at doctrinal differences. We come together to see how best we are going to reach out to Christians through education. And we ensure that members within member churches are given an opportunity, because basically the International Coalition of Fellowship, being a non-profit, we provide education to Christians as a best empowerment. So through this department, we ensure that men and women who are called before God are trained, and also men and women who are already ordained within their churches are being ordained with an international recognition, which allow them, when they visit another African country where they are members, they are able to be facilitated, to be received, and ensure that they share issues of a common goal. So this is a very important department, as it brings a unity of purpose among the body of Christ. The other department that the International Coalition of Fellowships have is called the IC0F Institute of Leadership, Peace, and Conflict Resolution. You may be aware that Africa has been a center of conflicts, and as a church we have a responsibility not only to preach about peace, but to be facilitators, to be negotiators. And to do this, men and women of God required a certain skill to be able to facilitate and reconcile the church, reconcile the community, and ensure that they work together, neither with government or with communities. So through this department, when men and women are trained in the issues of peace and how best they can resolve conflicts, given that skill, they are released to the community for them to be able to retrain their members and the community where their churches are. It's a very important department if we are to address the issues of peace, because Africa, because of constant conflicts, development has been affected. And when the economy is affected, church growth is affected. So to ensure that we address these issues, the department really work with the community to ensure that we promote principles of peace, so that we can be able to work together among the body of Christ. The other department is called IC0F Humanitarian Services. This is an interdenomination, churches coming together through one agency. Because of many members within it, and through the decision of the Board of Regents, we have given the mandate to implement the humanitarian part of the organization to the NGO called Hope for Africa International, because its focus, it's a focus of IC0F. Its activities, they are activities of IC0F. So they are the implementing agents who report back to us. Through this department, we focus much on women empowerment, dealing with support to orphans and street children. And we have launched a very important program under this organization as an agency of International Coalition of Fellowship called Child Link.
Hope for Africa International have been involved in providing for the welfare of children, and we find it important that for us to address the welfare of children, we need first and foremost to remove the tag that we have provided to them, that we call them street children. Because we call them street children, this is the reason why we feel comfortable when we see them in the street. And this program has been necessitated by launching a new name, a new tag to these children. As from now, as Hope for Africa, we have started a campaign to say these are missing children. And because they are missing children, it will take the whole village to raise them. It will take the whole village to rehabilitate them. And what we are doing now is that out of this screening, we will be able to reintegrate 60, of which 30 are girls and 30 are boys. And they'll go through a process of psychological counseling, then we are integrating them within the community. And we will not only end there. We are taking this campaign that every member of society who sees these children in the street, they must remember that they are missing from some place, and it will take them to link them back where they are missing. And as Hope for Africa, we do not believe in institutionalizing these children, but they need to be raised within families and within the communities. So what we are doing is that we are identifying aunties and uncles within the community who are able to take them. Then we are building their capacity at family level so that these children, they can be kept like another child that they have in the family, so that together we shall able to reintegrate them, to send them to school, because we do know that it is very difficult to counsel a person who is frustrated. It is almost easy. It is impossible to counsel a bitter heart. These children you see here, they are bitter. They have questions as to why they are spending their lives in the street and not in their homes. And it must take you, it must take us, that when we work together, we shall reintegrate these children, address their plight within their community. And to do this, we need to be on board as government, as society, and as a church, that together, wherever you see these children, take their responsibility. It should not take Hope for Africa, but it will take society, it will take government, it will take every member of society to be part and parcel of this program, that together we shall remove these kids from the street, to integrate them in our community, so that their future will be certain. And we hope and trust that anyone who sees them, they shall not be called as street children, because calling them as street children, we are removing away the responsibility of us taking care of them. But these are missing from some homes. Together, we shall link them back to society and to the community where they are missing. Thank you so much.
Whilst we are doing this, women are being empowered through self-help women programs, and they are being trained in terms of capacity building and a twin track approach, so that whilst the children are supported in schools, their parents are being empowered with skills for them to live a sustainable life which is self-reliant and self-dependence. The other department is called the Center for Disability Development Research, Law and Policy. This department looks at designing policies that are aimed at raising the lives or welfare of persons with disability in Africa. Because in Africa, disability issues are a myth, but we want to take an awareness that disability issues are an issue of development, and to do this we engage government, we engage churches to develop an inclusive approach to persons with disabilities, so that they are part and parcel of the church program, they are part and parcel of community program, and they are part and parcel of every program going on within society. If Africa is to build a society for all by 2050, as provided in various national and international policy guidelines, The last department that we have is called IC0F Colleges, Seminary and Universities. This is an education department whose mandate is to provide education, building a career of believers, so that once they are educated, they will be able to work, they will be able to participate in the governance of their nation, and they will be able to support their local churches because they are members who are recommended by pastors. Christians are given an opportunity, scholarship almost 90%. All what we require under this program is a member church who recommend Christians from the local church, and the pastor write them a letter to us. Then we'll give them 100% scholarship. They will come for 3 to 4 years, depending on the program they are trained. All our programs are open and distance learning, which means that we only meet students for 2 weeks, twice per year during contact session. It is this program which require churches to work together, pastors to work together to ensure that the program reach every Christians in Africa. This is why the vision is called Reaching Out Through Education. Why are we called IC0F Colleges, Seminary and Universities? Why we are called IC0F Colleges, Seminary and Universities? Because we work through partnership, neither a public or private or Christian universities. Globally, you can be a university in the United States of America. You can be a university in United Kingdom, a university in Asia, and you have a passion to come to Africa. IC0F should be your partner. We partner in selected programs which you are offering, and together we'll be able to reach out to many Christians in Africa. And for you to partner with us, there are numbers rolling down there. You can contact us so that we can develop a sustainable partnership. Partnerships are in threefold. Number one, as partner university, college or seminary, you will be able to work with us during contact session, developing modules, or coming as a tutor or a lecturer or instructor. As a partner church, you can come as an evangelist, as a pastor, attached to Ministers Association, which is part of our program. We can also work together to ensure that you second your expertise to various departments or faculties who can be attached neither for 6 months, for 1 year, for 3 years within our programs in Africa, so that together we can learn from your experience and you can learn from our experience. We believe that not until colleges, seminaries and universities which are Christian in nature work together, then together we shall be able to reach out to many believers across the globe, because we believe that education is the key. We know that other people can give you food, can give you what, but once you give a believer education, you have given them sustainable empowerment. We hope and trust that you can get in touch with us for more information, that we can work together, or you can visit one of our projects. I wish also to mention here that because of our good work in villages and in communities, IC0F has been offered a land at which we intend to put the biggest university in Africa in one of the rural part of Zambia called Mwape, which is in central province of Zambia, where the traditional leadership, after appreciating what we have been doing in the area, we have been given a land, and under this land we intend to put a university which will which will have the capacity between 30 to 40,000 students in a semester. And this will mean that a partner university would be able to come and run one faculty and build capacity in one faculty and working together. And in giving us this land, the villagers, the traditional leadership came together and do a celebration in appreciating that when IC0F is here, indeed, the reaching out through education shall reach most of our people, ensure that they have a career in Africa. A career, it is not a right, but a privilege, only to the privileged people. So it is not everyone who have the capacity to go to a private or government universities, but IC0F is the answer to ensure that everyone is on board. Thank you so much. God bless you and God keep you.